Well, welcome everybody. This is the Blue Roof Sap Camp, Canterbury, New Hampshire, and I built it in '06, and that's when I moved the evaporator down from the driveway. We used to do it under a blue top, and so that's why we got a blue roof and we call it the Blue Roof Sap Camp. I've been tapping trees since 2003. That's when we bought our evaporator. I did it with a couple other guys previous to that. Not too deep. And I decided that I wanted to get into it for myself, so we bought a 2x6 from over to Bascom's, and been doing it ever since. There's one there, one here. Kind of got to pick a spot. They say about 3 inches over and 8 inches up, so that right there is pretty good spacing. And it ain't too big of a deal, but you want to make sure that you're not down here and it's going to flow uphill to get into the line and whatnot. So you got to make sure that the drop can reach it. Being a small producer, I can really take my time and find a good spot where I'll get a good vein going up the tree, and hopefully we'll get a lot of sap out of it. That one's not running yet. Let's go up and check out a couple of the bigger trees. Those are the hot ones. Those are the ones that will produce. This is a pretty good tree here. I got the line going all the way around it. And I just get this special end line fitting. You just clip it on there. Now you got choices all the way around the tree. It's the way you want to go. Makes it easy. Now I've got probably 100 taps on this side of the road and almost 100 on the other side of the road. And I run probably 60 or 70 buckets, and that's probably all that that little evaporator wants for taps. Now the sugar maple is the one that I tap, and primarily the only other kind around here that's tapped is the red maple. But sugar maple has a much higher sap content than a red, and when you're not using reverse osmosis and vacuum and all that jazz, it's you're better off just to tap the sugar maples. Get the most bang for your buck, I guess. Gonna need stilts for this one. So I got 250 taps, and I make about 50 gallons of syrup on a good year. I give a lot away for Christmas. I sell it out of here, and I pretty much never run out. I always got some for myself and the kids and the family. And my mother doesn't eat real maple syrup, but she likes the maple cream, so I make that for her. This is Flag Hills Spiced Rum, and they are out of Lee. And I guess off the maple website, the guy got my name and information and called me and said he wanted to buy some grade B maple syrup to make some spiced rum. And I said sure. You know, I never really, you know, sell out of B because it's sometimes less desirable. So I hooked up with him and sold him, I think, 25 gallons now. And you can get that in the liquor store. But you got to go to the big ones because they don't have them at all of them.
Now when I stopped in at Dale's, it was pretty early in the season, so he didn't have any sap. He had nothing to boil, so we didn't get to see the old evaporator running. But he said he's going to be up and running and going for it there Maple Weekend, which is the 28th and the 29th of March. He said if you're in the Canterbury area and you want to go over there and see him, come on over. He's up the top of Carter Hill, up by 132 right there in the corner. You'll see him over there. So swing on by if you get the chance.